Jaishankars pointed out what he saw as inconsistencies in Western arguments, noting that the United States had, in fact, encouraged countries like India in recent years to help stabilize the global energy market, a call that also included purchasing oil from Russia. External Affairs Minister Jaishankars, addressing a press briefing on August 21, pushed back against criticism of India's energy trade with Russia. He underlined that India was neither the biggest purchaser of Russian oil nor liquefied natural gas (LNG), pointing instead to China and the European Union as the largest buyers in those categories. "We are not the biggest purchasers of Russian oil, that is China. We are not the biggest purchasers of LNG, that is the European Union," Jaishankars clarified. Jaishankars further noted that the steep rise in overall trade with Moscow after 2022 had not been driven by India. "We are not the country which has the biggest trade surge with Russia after 2022. I think there are some countries to the south," he said, without naming them. The minister also highlighted what he described as contradictions in Western arguments. He noted that the United States itself has, in past years, urged countries like India to stabilize the global energy market, which included sourcing oil from Russia. "Incidentally, we also buy oil from the US, Jaishankars added, pointing out that India's imports of American crude have steadily risen. Expressing surprise over repeated questioning of India's energy policy, Jaishankars said he was perplexed at the logic behind the criticism. He emphasized that purchasing energy from diverse sources was in India's national interest, particularly given global market volatility. His comments come amid ongoing Western scrutiny of India's energy ties with Russia in the wake of the Ukraine conflict. New Delhi has consistently argued that its oil purchases are guided by affordability and energy security needs, not geopolitics. Jaishankars met Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Moscow on Thursday, where the two leaders reviewed political relations, bilateral cooperation, and preparations for the annual India-Russia summit scheduled later this year. Today's meeting gives us the occasion to discuss our political relations and bilateral ties. We now prepare for the annual summit at the end of the year, guided by our leaders to advance our strategic partnership, Jaishankars said. The discussion also placed India-Russia cooperation within a broader international framework. The global context for our meeting is provided by the evolving geopolitical situation, shifting economic trade landscape, and our shared goal to maximize complementarity, he underlined. Welcoming Jaishankars, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stressed that the global landscape is increasingly shaped by multilateral groupings. This is a multipolar system of international relations with an increasing role for SCO, BRICS, and the G20. I hope for fruitful talks today, Lavrov remarked. The visit comes at a time of deepening economic cooperation. According to Russian Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov, India's trade turnover with Russia has surged nearly 700% in the last 5 years, placing New Delhi among Moscow's top 3 trading partners. Jaishankars, however, flagged the rising trade imbalance. While our bilateral trade in goods has grown more than 5-fold from $13 billion in 2021 to $68 billion in 2024-25, the imbalance has increased 9 times, from $6.6 billion to $58.9 billion. This urgently needs to be addressed, he said. As part of his 3-day visit, Jaishankars co-chaired the 26th session of the India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific, Technological and Cultural Cooperation (IRECTEC) alongside Deputy PM Manturov. We held detailed discussions covering trade, energy, agriculture, industry, skilling, mobility, education, and culture. In the backdrop of a complex geopolitical environment, we suggested steps to make IRATEC an even more effective platform for deepening our economic partnership, he noted. During his Moscow visit, Jaishankars also paid tributes at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, honoring those who sacrificed their lives in